Today's video, I'm going to show you how to analyze Facebook ads to generate more leads for your business. And I'm going to show you some of the strategies that we are currently using inside of our lead generation agency to generate thousands of leads for our clients within just a week. And I make these videos every single day. You can look back at the videos of how I generated 1,000 leads with our campaign structure and a lot more. And if you stay to the end, I'll give you guys this doc where you can see every single metric for each part of your funnel so that you can be more profitable with Facebook ads, whether you're running it for leads or if you're running it for customers as an e-commerce brand. And the first thing I want to go over is the custom columns within the ads manager. And this is really crucial because a lot of data isn't given to you by Facebook natively, right? So you have to create these custom metrics to combine metrics to really see and look at the campaign inside of the ads manager to actually make decisions. Of course, there's a ton of tools that you can connect your data outside of to even get more on your ads and see that, but that's a little bit advanced. And of course, I can make a video on that, but I really want to go over how you can create these custom metrics within the column so you can have it within Facebook itself. So the first thing you want to see is your hook rate on your creative. So this is how many people are staying past 3 seconds of the video and what is the percentage of that. So that's kind of like a drop off rate of your video, of course. But it's really crucial because what is the most important part of your creative or your ad? It has to be the hook, right? So that really tells you whether that ad has a good hook or even whether that ad's a winner or not, based off, of course, the metrics following behind that. So then we have, the clicks, the cost per click, and the CDR, and you really want to set this up so that it flows just like the funnel does. So as you can see here, we have top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, and of course you want to create your custom columns just like how your funnel is set up so that you can look at it as the lead goes down and then of course converts into either a book call or just a lead or even a purchase. So we can then look at the results from the click-through rate percentage, right? So how much did we pay for that result? And then this is form submission rate, and this is something that we made custom for either I guess in a form, but it's really for the instant forms on Facebook so that we can have that custom metric right there because Facebook doesn't give you that. And then if we had just have click through rate again, cost per click again, which you don't need to include, but you can. And then we have schedule. So for us, we are running a call funnel. So people are opting in and then booking a call. So of course we want to have schedule, and then we're looking at how much are we getting per that appointment scheduled. And then we have ad spend too. So this is all of the custom stuff that we've created to streamline our process when we're looking at the ads manager so we can see which leads are actually converting and cut them quick, right? So we have our ad spend too. And then we're just looking at every single lead platform, whether it's website leads, offline leads, and meta leads. And we're seeing what data is Facebook getting back from our pixel that we're sending back over. And I went over this in my first video doing the daily videos, and it's super in depth, so I would go check that one out. And then, of course, we're looking at the cost per Facebook lead. So this is set up correctly for the instant form. If you're running an opt-in funnel or if you're running an e-commerce store, you don't need this and you don't need to be running instant forms. So instant forms work for certain industries better just to get more leads and more volume. And especially when you have no data on your ad account, you definitely just want to get volume through. And you want to see which ads are working, which ones are not, and then you can switch up the funnel, and that's something that you should test. Now, when it comes to testing, I'm going to make a video on that very, very soon, but you only want to test one thing when you are testing, so whether that's the creative or the funnel or the messaging of the entire campaign or even the campaign itself. That's how you want to test. You don't want to test the creative and then different funnel and then different copy and then different this, because that's just too much to even look at and make decisions off of already with the limited data that we're given by Facebook, which is why so many people use these other attribution tools to really see what's working and what's not, where the customers are going, the customer journey, the conversion rate, all of that stuff. And if you don't know what all of that stuff is, I can make a video on it. Just drop a question down below. But let's continue, right? So then we have our cost per book call. So this is really crucial because Facebook doesn't give you your cost per book call, and you have to send this data back to Facebook, or you can create a custom metric, but I still suggest doing both, just to optimize for that. And then we have our purchases. So when somebody becomes a client and signs on, we send back the purchase standard event to Facebook browser and server, which I went over in the other video, and it will ping them as a purchase. So same thing goes whether you're running an e-commerce store or brand. You want to be sending back the purchases back to Facebook because, of course, that is a qualified person that you want Facebook to get more of. So then in return, you can generate more leads, more clients, and more return on your ad spend and better profits from that. So of course, we have our cost per purchase. So this is really what it costs us to acquire a client or what it costs us to acquire a purchase. And then we have our optimization events, cost per optimization events. This is just there included in case you have a different trigger within your pixel or if you have a different event that you've told it to optimize for within the campaign. And then we just have some other metrics right here, like the conversion location. So we know where this lead actually came through. So that is kind of the custom column section of Facebook, and I can go more in depth on funnel metrics within a sheet that we have. These are all of the metrics possible that you can grab from Facebook to make decisions, and it's organized, like I was just saying, by the funnel structure. So of course we have our new leads, as you can see up here. We have a cost per lead. We have so this is set up for our VSL funnel. So then we have the VSL traffic, VSL CDR, VSL retention percentage, VSL consumption. We have our applications, form submissions, and then we have the custom application name. We have the bookings, cost per book call, the VSL conversion percentage. And then, of course, we have whether this is approved appointment, rescheduled, or canceled. And then we have that approved appointment percentage, cost per approved appointment, or cost per approved lead, which is MQL. And then we have the number of sets, close percentage, all the stuff on the back end. But that's all of the metrics for VSL funnels. So now you can kind of see how this exactly works and how you can look at it from kind of the funnel structure within each section to actually make decisions within your ads manager, or if you're pulling the data onto the sheet, you can make decisions there. If you do have any questions, go down to resources and submit one here, but I'll see you guys tomorrow.